Así que mi posición ahora mismo es que tengo que respaldar a Robert Jackson como demócrata cuando Marisol Alcántara, tengo que decir el nombre, se ha posicionado con un grupo independiente de los demócratas. Entonces yo tengo problemas con eso. La respeto y creo que ella ha tomado sus posiciones, pero no estoy de acuerdo con ella. Robert Jackson tiene ya una trayectoria de trabajo, pero debemos reconocer que se ha mantenido siempre a un nivel alto en nuestra comunidad, y uno de los puntos más primordiales de Robert Jackson ha sido la educación. Tú sabes que uno sin educación no va a ningún sitio. Yo estoy respaldando a Robert Jackson porque ha demostrado su trayectoria y su firmeza en esos ideales que nosotros debemos llevar a cabo. La persona que tiene esa posición ahora mismo comenzó con respaldo de la comunidad, como tú lo sabes. Pero cuando llegó, tomó esa posición, entonces hubo unos cambios. Yo como demócrata tengo un problema con que alguien corra en la línea demócrata y después en asamblea vote en contra, o muchas veces cuando es tiempo de votar por algo que va a beneficiar a los demócratas, se sale de la audiencia y no vota sí o no. Debemos ser serios en esto. O votamos sí por algo o votamos no también. Pero no, tenemos que tener firmeza y tenemos que recordarnos que una comunidad nos ha elegido para que tomemos posiciones para mejorar.
María, estamos viendo muchas mujeres líderes y progresistas de la comunidad alrededor del aspirante a senador estatal por el distrito 31 de Robert Jackson. ¿Qué significa eso y por qué usted lidera ese movimiento?
Me parece, José, que tenemos el conocimiento de qué quiere decir una progresista. Progresista no solamente es una palabra, es una función, una responsabilidad que todos tenemos. Cuando tenemos una posición política, nosotros estamos basados, primero que todo, en el historial de esa persona y su trabajo comunitario. Después viene el trabajo que se hace ya siendo una persona electa. Y esa responsabilidad debemos tenerla, llevarla muy seriamente.
Thank you and New York One for allowing us to come forward during this debate. I say to the people of the 31st Senatorial District and to New York City that a change is needed in the New York State Senate. And our State Senator Marisol Alcántara is one of the individuals that we're trying to replace because of affiliation with the IDC, which has basically allowed the Republicans to stay in control of the New York State Senate. And when you look at the record, all of these issues have been passed by the New York State Assembly and not passed by the New York State Senate. What issues? The DREAM Act, the Liberty Act, the rent laws, the New York, the health care, women's health care, education reform. All of these things have been held up by the Republicans, and the IDC has basically allowed that to happen. And then when you talk about issues and concerns, my record speaks for itself in the City Council with respects to education, housing, and economic development. Two things very specifically. One, on the issue of the $3.4 billion that it owed to the New York State children in the Campaign for Fiscal Equity lawsuit in which we filed back in '93, there was a vote on the floor where a senator from Brooklyn tried to tag on that $3.4 billion. And the bottom line is, instead of the IDC and Marisol voting yes for the funding for our children's education, they walked off the floor and was not basically marked absent because they refused to basically go along with the Democrats in providing the money for our children. That's number one. Number two, she was the chair of the Labor Committee. The farm workers, 7 days a week with no day off, no overtime pay, and they can't join a union. Bottom line is, for a whole year, she did nothing. And when she held the hearing, because of the pressure from the media, she voted out of the committee. But she knew, being with the IDC, that it went to the Agricultural Committee where it died. Those are two things, basically, that should have never happened under her watch as a state senator. Let me ask you. When I ran for office, I run because the need is there. Just like I'm running against you, because the people of the district demand that a change take place. and they have all elected me. 15 out of 16 Democratic clubs have endorsed me. Majority, all of the elected public officials and all of the groups that have risen up, indivisible groups, No IDC, True Blue New York, you name it, they have all endorsed me, and not you. They want to see a change from you because you are affiliated with the IDC. Even though you allege that you don't belong to it no more, everyone know that's a false. And number two, as far as I've said loud and clear, my relationship with DART has discontinued as of June, and the bottom line is, as the co-chair of the Black, Latino, and Asian caucus of the City Council, we felt it was going to have a negative impact on small businesses to move forward on that particular bill. But here's the bottom line. It's over because it's been decided in the court, and I have no relationship with them, and I plan to have no relationship with them in the future. You're so labor. She says she's labor, and she's worked for labor. I'm labor also. And in fact, those people are suffering at the hands of the Republicans, and she enabled that by being affiliated with the IDC. For a whole year, she did nothing on it until she was forced to do it. And then she never answered the question as far as walking off the floor and being marked absent when it came to the budget. So, Marisol, your campaign has basically called Adriano Espaillat and Maria Luna traitors. And also, your campaign has had demonstrations at Scott, the city controller's office, when he endorsed myself and Jessica Ramos. I ask you now, on behalf of your campaign, do you apologize to them for basically being called traitors and calling Scott a racist because he endorsed me and Jessica?